Welcome everybody to Flash Family's series of shows here at Fort Mason Center. This is number 3 of 4 shows, and they're all totally improvised, and we couldn't do it without you. So we're very pleased to have you here, and especially because this is Flash Family's fall season.
Nothing like a pratfall to start on. Yeah. And before we go any further, let's move these out of the way to start with. And let me ask a simple question. Has everybody seen improv? How about those who have not? A hand, please. So there are a few who have not been to an improv show at all, and perhaps even more who have not seen Flash Family, who have never seen us on stage. Good. Okay, great. All the more fun for all of us. This is improv. Let me explain that a little bit. Everything we're going to do tonight will be done for the first time. And that's because it will all spring from suggestions we're going to get from you. During the course of the evening, we're going to come out and say, what's a form of transportation you've never used? And you're going to yell out, that's right. And every one of those is a great suggestion. And how we'll know which one we're going to use is that the first one that we hear is what we'll use. So you have to be clear and crisp and sometimes quick. We may at times say from the back of the house, what's your favorite color?
Blue. Red.
There you go. We would have taken either blue or red depending on which ear we were listening with. We might say, what's a relationship from someone here in the front? What's a relationship between two people?
Brother-in-law, sister-in-law.
There you go. That's a perfect suggestion. We would have taken it and run with it. And that's how we do what we do. Without further ado, let me ask for a simple activity 2 people might be involved in.
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch I heard first. Thank you very much.
I've decided to use marbles as my token. I figure I have a better chance of getting it in the box.
We are playing on a hill, you know. I would think that would be a handy yes.
I'm sorry your chihuahua went down the sewer, but I'm doing the best I can.
Well, I have a spoon here. This will bring him out. Come on, come on. Freeze! Oh! Wow! It's a whole pile of gold!
That's right.
Lift up. Come on. Pull the rope. Lift up the whole cover here.
Freeze!
Listen,
I don't think I can't help you. I'm
well, you
sorry.
should read this effigy in Judge
No,
Thomas' letter. I just
If you let that thing off right now, I will never forgive you. Don't light it.
I'm not going to light it until I'm ready to shoot it. What do you...
Freeze! Oh, Your Majesty! Your Eminence! Your light is so radiant I can't even look at you! Let me get you! Let me get you ambrosia! Here!
Oh my God, it's my wife, the Queen!
Oh, there's quite a large lump of wax in there. I can see it.
It belonged to my mother, so...
Soon, my little Pinocchio, you will be complete. Oh, yes, okay.
And then, can I have the car?
Well, all right, here you go. It's only a dime, but don't bother me anymore. I hate these mechanical homeless things.
Jeff, let's not be a sissy about it. I'm not going to hit you in the face. Just lean back up there.
Well, you know, you've missed, you know... you missed like 8 times already, and I...
Freeze! April,
Please
the
stand still.
chemicals master. Do you want the brains now or later?
What?
Freeze!
Okay, now let's see. Just keep mopping, and I'm the efficiency expert here at Exxon, and I'm just going to watch you mop and take down everything you do. Keith and I will be playing in this next scene, and we each need something from you separately but similar. What I would like from you is a letter that is a consonant and is not Q, X, what else did we say? Q, X, Z, K,
Y.
or,
Skipping right
that's it. Q, X, Z, or K?
D.
D, I heard first, thank you.
And I need one that isn't his and or the others.
L.
L is what I heard first
D.
clearly. And I have L. Should we get a
I
location?
think we should get a location.
Oh, why don't we get a location? Could we have a place where two people might hang out in public?
Pikes Park.
Bar.
Pikes Peak.
Any place in particular, Pikes Peak?
At the top.
The top, the gift station, the cog railway station, any place like that? Or just, okay, at the top.
Whatever you want.
At the top of Pikes Peak.
Thank you. Lovely view, but hardly worth the climb. Listen, I'm feeling a little faint, so if I fall down, take care of me, please.
Daryl, I'm suffering from altitude sickness.
Lionel, this was your idea. Lovely one that it was.
Dissolved nitrogen is bubbling into my lungs right now. Displacing most of the blood in my bronchi and alveoli in my lungs.
Look, the last thing I want to hear about is what's happening inside your lungs.
Desecrating this mountaintop at such an ungodly hour for the sake of a few photos was your idea. Don't give me that. I don't know what you're talking about, Will.
Freeze! As you may have noticed, Keith is starting all his sentences with words that begin with L, and Scott is starting all his sentences with words that begin with D. You can help them. If they turn to you, give them a word that starts with their letter.
Luckily, I brought pills with us that might help us through this problem.
Dastardly. Dastardly trick. Giving me the placebos while you take the real ones, and I die of altitude sickness while you collect Dad's fortune.
L-glutamine. Wonderful enzyme.
Doughy little thing.
Lounge lizard.
Lounge lizard thoughts keep running through my mind. Horrible place to go last night. It spoiled the whole day. Darn.
Darn!
Damn. Damn.
Damn! Davenport was always your favorite place to go see Wayne Newton impersonators. Lobotomized.
Lobotomized performers, though, in today's age are not what they used to be.
Desert Storm wiped out half the known Elvis impersonators in the
Luckily.
Lousy.
Lousy luck we're having it. A storm's blowing in, I'll bet, just by the sound of it.
Definitely.
Definitely. Demons. Demons reputedly inhabit the heights here. Did you know this place used to be an old Indian burial ground?
Listen, do you hear that?
Dogs.
Lizards for sure as well.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur spirits have been spotted just behind the gift shop dumpster.
Lions.
Lions?
Lions.
Lions, not the way to make me feel better.
Drumming.
Drumming up support for your inane theories of the afterlife is really not appropriate right now.
Lethargic.
Lethargic viewpoints of my consideration of what's happening are not what I need at the moment.
Direct. Direct action is called for here.
When you came in, we gave you some white slips to fill out. There's some colorful boxes here to slip them into. Those were the three elements that make up a scene. You have to have a who, a character. You need to know where the scene happens. And it's nice to have a what? An object or an obstacle or something to work with. So what we have here, drawn randomly from these boxes, just so that there isn't any unconscious effort on your part to help us out by matching things together. We're going to create a scene out of these random elements.
The who is an embalmer.
The what is a ballerina music box.
And the where is in the dark room.
Thank you.
Lucinda, why did you do it? What did I ever do to hurt you?
Chris, it's me, your brother. I'm coming in. Chris, I just left the shop and I just wanted to come by and say that I'm worried about you.
How did she look?
I'm really worried about you. Listen.
Is she peaceful in that dress laid out already? I don't want to see the body. I don't want to see it.
Well, listen, you're going to have to face the fact that Mom is gone. And I'm doing the best I can. And it's not good for you to be developing all these photos of her. And you know that she left me the music box, and I came by and I just...
You're not taking it.
Well,
Stays
look,
right here.
if that's the way you feel about it, but I'm the older brother.
I don't care. Go back to your work. It's all you ever cared about before this anyway.
You've been drinking. You've been drinking, I can see that. You know it's your problem. You know it's bad for business. Open up this embalming photo lab and I told you it would never work. Why do I follow your drunken ideas? Mom always said to listen to you, but now she's gone and I say forget it. My, she looks pretty in this one.
Take your hands off that. I was assuming you were touching.
Well, there you go, assuming again. Christopher, listen, you can have the music box. You can keep open this shop. I just want you to stop drinking. I worry about you. Now that I'm the older brother, I think I have to kind of take over for Mom. Oh, listen, I gotta go. She's about ready for some more fluids.
Me too.
Well, since we had so much fun with that, we're gonna do it again.
Since I'm really lazy. What? Take it myself? Well, okay. Sorry. I didn't know. I missed the memo.
The who is a house painter?
The what is a Cheshire cat?
And the where is the planet Mars?
Thank you.
This is the abode. We're really only concerned about the internals. The external is always destroyed by the elements.
Commander, I think you and your mission have been here long enough. You're starting to go native.
That's why we thought a fresh coat of paint would do well and why you've been commissioned. Can you do the job or not? All you need to do is help me.
Listen, you guys have a cat. I mean, I thought they said no pets on this expedition.
No, we don't. Well, to be technical, we didn't bring any pets. We adopted one of the natives. We found one.
And if I get cat hair in my suit ventilators, oh man, I'm gonna be. Boy, I can't scratch in this thing.
Well, it's not really a cat, we don't think. We think of it as a smile. Sort of a friendly look for the ambiance. It keeps fading in and out.
You got any of those Afrin microgravity inhalers?
Probably 2 or 3 left.
Because when I signed up for this mission, I mean that's one thing. I mean, because everybody on Earth has got a cat now, and I can barely even go out of my apartment.
Here you are. I think it's materializing. Watch, this only happens about once an hour. Isn't he a cute kitty? Uh-oh, there he goes again. Let's see if we can photograph him. I think I caught it this time. Great. Oh, would you stop it?
Will Zorg stop sneezing? Find out next week on Jules Verne Lewis Carroll Theater.
You can sort of tell which is the right one. They leap up into your fingers.
What? When I had the Google box.
I have a what?
We have 2 whats and a where. Go for it.
Tea kettle.
And I have, for what, an activity, dancing with cats. Did y'all come and sing cars?
And the where is a psychedelic mirror shop.
Oh, thank you.
dances with cats. I hear you come in. You are late again.
Try to walk softly and make no sound and move cat-like.
You have lived too long in the white man's city. I heard you coming a block away.
Tell me, you important person. Why have I come? I have felt drawn to you ever since I was a small child.
Well, for one thing, you work here.
Yes.
Every day we go through the same thing. Dances with cats. You are my son, I tell you. Stay off corner of Market and 3rd. Do not buy shit from winos.
Oh, important person, I must tell you, I can't work here anymore.
You barely work here now.
Oh, Moongazer, husband of mine, and dances with Cat, my son.
Mother?
Yes.
No, I just said mother. Why do you always read so much into what I say?
Your mother.
I told you I wanted to go to school.
Your mother, white incarnation of ancient Indian medicine woman. That way I married her. She come complete with powerful medicine.
I want to fix him a healing balm. I want for his mind to be clear and for him to join us in the oneness of our shop.
All right, but no set balm off in shop.
Brew him some of my special tea.
I have something to tell you, Bo.
Herbs from my very special medicinal packet.
You never hear me, Mother. I try talking to you, but you never listen. And when you do, you make things out of it. I can't work here anymore. I'm going to school.
What do you study?
Accounting. This is nothing. I have seen the outside world. I have been outside for so many
How many of you are familiar with the It Was a Dark and Stormy Night books? Okay, at least a half a dozen. Okay. Basically what this is a collection of the opening paragraphs of some of the worst novels never written. These are intentionally bad openings to intentionally bad novels. And they're very fun to read, and we decided some time ago that we would create scenes based on one of these opening paragraphs. So again, we think this is fun. So I'm going to ask you to pick a page number, and I will read 37. Thank you. I was going to ask you in a minute, but since we're hot here, let's just roll. And I will read at random one of these that looks like it makes sense. Well, actually, this is one we've read before, so let's skip to another one. Okay, everybody got their listening caps on? All right, here we go. A subtle breeze teased the mainsails as Lady Breaston. Breaston. Oh shit. Bedizened? Is that a word? Bedizened in pink and green with matching pumps and parasol, and appearing on the poop deck for the first time since her abduction. It gets better. Wondered both whether all pirates were as perverse as this godless gang, if they would ever return any of her pantaloons. Not that she would ever let them touch her pale skin after those riffraff had worn them, of course. So this is Act 2 in the Pirate Saga.
Louise, I need you.
Lady Preston!
Oh, my lady. Louise, I'm so afraid. Did you find any pantaloons? No pants at all, my lady.
You look fine! Naked from the waist down. Arr!
How dost thou know what's under my dress?
I use my imagination. Arr!
Your imagination, sir, is not fine enough.
Arr! Well, it's good to see you on the poop deck, isn't it, Arr? Arr!
something for you. Something to put on. Instead of those pantaloons. This little bikini number.
It's pre-shrunk.
Oh, the lady cannot wear those, except as a bonnet.
Tell us what we'll do and we'll throw you overboard, you serving wench.
Oh, no.
And pray, sir, where do you expect me to put these?
Well, the dressing room seemed to be taken. Well, I guess we'll have to do it right here. But us being gentlemen, we'll turn around. Not.
I think, sir, the sharks can eat those.
I paid good doubloons for that. Well,
When wilt thou return me to my lord?
your lord, you and your fancy ways. Why, you know what I think of your fancy ways, Tellerarg? Your fancy ways, arg. Your fancy ways, arg. They cut no lean, they cut no weight, aboard the mighty pirate fate. Your fancy ways, arg. We're gonna do that in summer stock.
My fancy ways
Fancy ways.
are no mine to you. My lord will see you hung before this day is through. Before this day is through.
Lady Preston, I'd like to see you dressed in something nice. Maybe a skirt or a halter top. Excuse me, I'm pressing you. Are your fancy ways will count for nothing when we take you to Barbados and we sell you for a case of rum.
I've had it, and I have something for you.
Hey! Whee!
'Tis a musket, and you'll all walk the plank now.
Come on, lads!
Set sail for Barcelona,
It's a single shot. She can't get out of this.
but I can get one of you.
We're standing pretty close together.
She can't get out of this. Oh, wait. I don't want anyone dead on this ship. I hate violence. I just like to threaten and bluster. But since you have the drop on us, lady, I suppose we can drop you off at the nearest port. Not get her!
Well, welcome. I'm Keith Anderson, and this is Off the Beaten Path. I'm glad you joined me. I'm glad you joined me again this week. We're going to tour some very interesting places today. In fact, just down this road is a little sleepy community called Daleville, where they have a very unusual school that I think you're going to enjoy a lot, because they teach
Botany.
botany. Of course they do. Please join me.
Just wafting off of them.
Inside this little storefront is not what one might expect. It's not a little sewing shop or even a notion shop, but rather an innovative approach to education. Let's go in and see.
That one too. That one, yes. The root system is perfect.
Well, hi there, Keith.
Hi.
Well, how do you do, Keith?
We just came to see what you're working on today. I noticed that there are no students here today. Is this a holiday or?
Well, this is a preparatory day for us.
We're starting a new series of classes tomorrow, and we're gathering what we need for everybody.
And I'd like to point out to you that these particular plants, notice the quality of the greenness and the root systems.
Plants that are green. How unique.
Well, these are greener than usual. If you, for example, if you look at these up in the light, notice.
Oh, checkered. Very, very interesting. Is that something you have bred into them?
Well, yes, actually we have. And these are our special plans for teas. Our course tomorrow that we're starting is teas. And we teach people how to make teas for all kinds of things. We teach them how to make teas for love, for revenge, for
Allergies?
for allergies,
So-
teas for allergies.
So each of these trays of small seedlings is some sort of tea that the students themselves will be raising?
Will be, that's right. And then after a prescribed period, which is different, you'll notice the little timetable on each of the boxes. Then when the plants have matured, they have to be dried. So we have a whole other course, of course, for drying them and then tea leaving them.
Tea leaves.
Yes, if you've ever looked at tea leaves in a cup, you notice they are a very distinct shape, but these plants are not. So they have to go through the little tea leaf maker.
They learn how to make the teas, what to use them for, and then how to read the tea leaves after you have imbibed.
Now, I noticed a wide variety of plants, but all of these are teas. That's all this school deals with is the study of
This semester,
this
Right,
semester.
this is the
So-
tea semester.
So in past semesters you've studied other things?
absolutely, that's right.
Well, what was that one a couple years ago?
Oh, I
was
love
so
that one.
popular?
It was very popular because we actually found a plant that when ground in a certain way with certain vitamins and other secret ingredients that actually made hair grow on billiard balls.
It didn't work on people though, thought it would.
And a lot of people thought it would too. So it's very popular course.
And last semester was a good one, plants that taste like meat. So for vegetarians who were getting tired of their diet and wanted a good old hamburger but didn't want to kill a cow, we just taught them how to put together various plants and make a patty, sort of a pasty patty.
Perhaps I should mention your book, because I know that you've taken many of the semester's work, including some of the studies by the students, if I remember
Yes,
correctly,
that's right,
and
that's
include them here in this book.
We have recipes,
well, it's instructions for
and
all of
instructions.
everything that we've done so far.
right, how to grow them, pick them, dry them, cook them, and read them if they're tea leaves.
There's also, if you notice in the back, there are diagrams for some of the different apparatus that the students use. Like that one there, that's the one that they will build in order to cut the tea into the tea leaf size. Those neat little
Fascinating.
triangular shapes that
And this
fall
little
in the-
book, Green But Never Mean, is available only here.
Right here, that's right.
That's right.
And we do mail orders out of here. Right. And there's a shipping charge, of course, that's just
Now,
about $10.
now, are you here around the seasons, or is there an off period if people want to drop by?
We're here all the time.
One of us, at least.
One of
is
us,
here
yeah,
all the time.
sometimes one of us goes off to find new plants to bring back, but we are usually here. And next semester,
Yes.
we are starting a class for plants your pets love, and it's going to be edible plants for cats and dogs.
That's right. They can be planted around the perimeter of your property. And
And
some of them will keep the pets in, too.
Right,
They'll be
right.
so good, the pets will not stray off the property.
Well, it sounds fascinating. I only wish I had time to sign up for that semester, because certainly,
Well, I think we could squeeze you in, don't you?
well, I appreciate the thought, but I must keep moving. So
How about
it's
a
good.
cup of tea before you go?
Please, brew one up. As we're about to have tea and then move on, we're going to be heading down the road where there's a young fellow with a wonderful roadside stand where he sells tarantulas. Please, join us there.
Pick up!
This simple little road stand is not what it might appear at first glance. You won't stop here for a cooked ear of corn. At least not the type you expect. For this is a very unusual kind of place. And this is Chef Marcel. Chef, nice to see you again.
Hello, Keith.
Well, I can see you've been working long days, long hours, but I'm sure it's paying off because I'm starting to hear about this all over the Bay Area.
Oh, sure. Hey, tasty treats.
Tasty treats. And shall I break it to them? No, please. Tell us about your tasty treats.
Well, they're tarantulas. Sure, they're tarantulas. It's a tarantula cookout we have in here.
And he's not kidding. If you look back here at the menu, a wide variety of ways to fix these little devils. There are tarantula mush balls, tarantula legs, both with hair and without, and his own, of course, specialty.
Well, we got the tarantula soup today, Keith.
which I've tried myself, and it is something that sticks with you.
Well, and also, you know, I made something special today, because I knew you
For
were
our
coming.
arrival?
Sure, I made a souffle, and it's about to come out of the oven. And if you just hang
A
on.
spider souffle, so to speak.
No, it's just got cheese and eggs. But I thought you made this kind of gesture when I told you about it, so I just made you something regular. But we can put some tarantulas on top of it.
Well, I imagine that all of the folks
Ha! Use an oven mitt.
I'm sure all the folks would love to know how you got started. This is perhaps at least us an unusual kind of.
Well, you know, back in Louisiana, it's not that strange. We eat whatever we can because we're very poor. So, you know, whatever you got in the house, anything running around, rats, bugs. I just happen to have lots of tarantulas where I came from.
I guess that would also explain the rest of the menu, which is not just tarantulas, but also a wide variety of small creatures one might find in the dark.
Possums, sure, anything else, you know. But mostly just tarantulas here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up this little tarantula here.
If you would explain as you go.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot what?
Yeah, this, you know, I like to do them, you know, fresh. And this one just happened to, you know, I had him.
Well, I tell you, we'll come back later when things are under control and talk to you. This was a great pleasure to have been here.
You don't want to move, Keith.
Okay, well, we'll be moving on later because we're going to go down the street to the heart of Dalesville to the museum.
Take it right there.
A wonderful museum where they have a wide collection of sculptures.
Yes! Yeah.
A little pale today, so I thought I'd open the louvers.
Well, you know, I don't think the louvers are going to help.
Well, here we are at Daleville's only museum, and I must admit, a very distinct building that it's in. It appears to have been around for many years. Can you tell us briefly a little bit about the building to start with?
Well, it's a Navajo bomb shelter.
And the sweat lodge seats 300, it's 3 floors down, so.
How rude of me not to have introduced the Dale twins, ancestors of the very founders of this town, Mark and
Heinrich.
Mark and Heinrich have inherited this building, if I'm correct, from your ancestors, and have chosen to immortalize some of the very history that made this town what it is.
Yeah, at least. That and some fun stuff too. Let's see.
Yeah, see, we have all kinds of sculpture here, but it's not just, you know, the kinds of, you think about, you know, the David with his whoopee sticking in the thing, and you know, the Venus with no arms, you know, the regular sculpture, like you might be thinking, we try to be on the cutting edge, you know, so tell them about some of the sculpture we have with the found objects.
Well, over here we have a 1952 Studebaker with the doors off. See that? We found that on the outskirts of town, and we thought, it's a sign, you know? So we brought it in, and we bronzed it.
Excuse me, you have tarantula guts on your shirt. Must have been up the road.
I didn't have time to change. What I find so unique about this is that probably everybody can relate to something like this. I know for myself, my dad had one of these. In fact, in the back of his house, it's very similar to this still this day. It's almost as though art from within you brought here to show to the world as a whole.
Well, actually, sometimes we find teenagers in the back seat with their pants down. We have to chase them out. Because, you know, when a tour goes through, you have to count when you go past the Studebaker.
It's a thin line, because we like things that bring the people in, but we don't want them to stay with their pants off.
Yeah. Now, you know, sometimes, well, so on every third Tuesday, this will be the first time really that we announce this. Maybe we give away a secret, but every third Tuesday we take turns. One of us jumps into a big shake and bake bag of flour, and we get all white. This is with our clothes off. First, maybe we roll in a little spray with some Pam or something, you know, and then we get all white. And then one of us gets on a box and like hold a sword or something, and we stand there all day. And people go by and look at us. We pretend to be a statue. They never know. They never recognize that it's one of us.
It's living art, man.
Truly unique, and probably inspirational to the people who come through here, I would imagine.
Well, it certainly keeps me young.
Yeah, we think it is better, you know, than those homeless robot people you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know that in particular you have dedicated the East Wing in honor of your father, if I understood correctly. And you might want to explain, because I understand there's been a great rush of people from all over the Bay Area to come down and witness this.
Well, the reason they witness it is because the Virgin has appeared on his chest. See,
Is your father himself there?
a virgin?
No, no.
What do you think we got here?
I'm wondering. What I'm asking is
Does
your
Dr. Adele talk to you behind the sets or anything?
is your father himself there with the image of the Virgin on him?
No, we buried him. That's just a statue. We didn't cover him over like we did the Studebaker.
If you look carefully when the sun is at the right place and the clouds are just so, it's like her left eye is his right nipple. And her nose is kind of right down here where his ribs go around the back.
And she's crying.
Yeah, a little tear comes down from the nipple sometimes.
A really hot day, it's like her head sweats, too.
Yeah, you can see a little perspiration on her brow, which is right here under the armpit, because he's pointing the way. We had this, he's pointing the way.
It
like
certainly sounds unique, and I can understand from your explanation why people from all over the Bay Area would be wandering down here. Truly a delightful place, which we've only had a moment to study today.
Oh, wait a minute.
But
The best part is there's no admission. We give you $1 when you've been through.
Now you know why these places are off the beaten path. Yes, places we find that you may never want to. But join us next week for another Backroads look at Off the Beaten Path. Thank you.
Hi. I'd like you to think for a minute about poems and poetry and an original poem. I would like you to come up with a title of an original poem that has yet to be written.
Ode to a cockroach.
Ode to a cockroach. Thank you. Ode to a cockroach.
Hard-shelled, waving feelers.
Scuttling across the landscape.
The lights turn on, and there you are.
Shocked, surprised, but hardly frightened.
You look down. He looks up. You turn the lights out again.
Feet moving faster than the eye can see.
Faster, 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 faster he runs. Faster than he.
He's not alone, you know.
He never is.
He's got a family and lots of relatives.
He's partying at your expense.
On your food, your crumbs.
On your foundation.
On your thumbs if you fall asleep.
They're ruthless, they're careless, they're heartless.
They're hardy. They last a long time. They like to party.
They'll be there long after you're gone.
Count on that. They'll be there.
And singing a song.
So turn on the lights if you want to see.
Illuminate and don't get dysentery.
Surprise them. You'll be shocked.
At the stuff that they eat.
That you didn't think they would.
Clean out a cupboard, clean out a drawer.
They'll clean out your suitcase. And what's more,
They'll come back and clean out your refrigerator. And they won't shut the door.
Again and again and again. Count on that.
they are the insect roommates from hell.
Get rid of those cockroaches. Give a yell. Say, get out of my kitchen. Be gone, you beasts.
Do a flamenco on them.
Stamp your feet. Will it do any good?
Probably not.
Count on it.
You'll have to live with them. Maybe make friends. Maybe have parties and make amends.
Maybe charge them rent. What the hell?
They're never going to leave. Count on that.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Count on that.
But wait, there's more. What we'd like to do now is do a scene that sort of plays with different styles of movie, TV, and theater. And we'll also be decorating while we do this. So this looks a little bizarre, I'm sure. But what we're doing here is we're going to ask you for 3 different styles, and each section of the stage will be a different style. So when the players cross from one to another, they will have to immediately change the style of the scene, not the content. So be aware that that's what's happening. So, thank you, ladies. And so what I like now is 3 totally different styles of movie, theater,
Hitchcock.
Shakespeare, Shakespeare, absurd, and kung fu. Thank you very much. Okay. Shakespeare, absurd, and kung fu. Repeat after me. Kung fu, absurd, Shakespeare. Okay, now we have to have a little bit of reality, so we're going to ask for a relationship between 2 men.
Brothers.
Brothers, thank you very much.
Now is the October of my discontent. I come not to bury my brother, but to praise him.
Yes, and to watch the World Series with me. Please, my brother, have a seat upon the chair in front of the set. Upon where you sit and
a series of unconnected, meaningless actions portrayed by men who have no goal other than the accumulation of disgusting wealth, which is but an empty symbol.
Dost thou
of
get
capitalism?
pleasure from making fun of mine work and mine place because thou hast no job? Please, my brother, for once let us be civil with each other.
I'll watch the series. When my show comes on later, I want to switch the channel.
Please, feel free to switch the channel if thou must, then thou canst. But please respect the furniture upon my house from where I sit because the...
Hey,
yes.
I don't want to have to fight you for that remote control.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Take it. Take it. Take it. Wow, lady Tyson. Take
like a guy who
control. Watch whatever you like.
Okay, well, we'll just watch anything. I think I'll watch clouds through the ceiling of the house.
No. We watch my program. My program now. You'll die.
Perhaps I'm already dead.
Please forget of my phone. Things.com. My friends.com. And then to see my brother lie upon the floor thusly in a prone position makes me feel as
I'm
if
waiting for someone, but I'm not sure who. Perhaps it's a TV repairman because you know it's been kind of fuzzy lately.
Thou dost vex me.
If we're going to watch, put out the light and then put out the light.
I shall.
Put out the light.
So you can attack me in the dark?
Nay, good fellow. What say, well met with merriment and cheer. What say you and I hoist a tankard and be gone from this frivolity of life? Leave this chasm of sorrows behind us. When sonnets have turned to bitter vile and cruel lips, you and I shall be good met and well fellowed. I'm a prisoner in this house, and I'm a prisoner behind your sports programming. It's sports day and night. We've got ESPN, we've got PA boxing, we've got the all mud truck channel, we've got no reason to live.
If it's that important to you, go ahead and watch what you want.
All right, I shall. I shall watch what I want and want what I watch. And when I have watched what I want, and I no longer want to watch anything, then I shall be replete.
You are just jealous of me! You are jealous of
And in
me!
my repletion, I will never let you watch the world like it.
I feel like I'm melting.
I'm taking remote control.
We have such a hard time communicating! Communicating!
Hey, you'll have to talk to the boss. Mom! When Mom gets home, she'll decide.
But. Mom.
When Mom gets home, she's gonna kick your ass like this.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Nani.
It seems to me that we should not watch TV, but rather we should frolic together and do things together. Perhaps exercise, jog.
Yes, heart to heart. And course to course.
Yes.
Like two brothers riding a horse. And then today, for all to see, we shall be out in the air, playing free. No longer prisoner to the electronic box. A pox, I say. A pox. Who cares who wins the stupid series?
A lengthy diatribe indeed.
Yes.
Then we shall go.
All right. When our mother has returned, then the premises shall be vacant. And you and I shall away.
Wait. This is really a show I like.
Shackled again, with nowhere to go except my room.
My room.
Try that in your own living room. Tis time for you fair people to go and take a break, and we will see you in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Second half. We have a great second half unplanned for you. We'd like to do something with a physical object now, and so if you dig into your purses and something that won't break, and I've got something right here. See, something that won't break. Now we're going to do some pieces on this object right here. Very nice.
This is a nice little balm, tea balm for headaches.
Come forth, giant!
So please confess your sins.
Well, Bill, we bailed out at 40,000 feet. There's no parachute.
Please work.
Honey, this is ridiculous. If you're gonna eat them, eat all the grapes. Don't leave two at the bottom.
Ah, yes, but I proved those strawberries existed.
I found this in Pookie's litter box. I think she's been eating the Christmas presents.
For show and tell, I brought my collection of half-eaten lifesavers.
Grateful Dead posters, acid.
And my snake needs braces.
Now, obviously, you if you want a seamstress, set the trap with the right bait. That's why I put buttons here at the end.
Well, as I'm one of America's foremost back surgeons, I had this watch fob made with the vertebrae of all the patients.
I only break out when I eat dairy.
Look into my button.
Mom, I'm 28. I think it's time to cut.
Thank you. Lucky you. All right, now we're going to do the piece that we call Life. It's an exploration piece, and we'll do several themes on this next theme. And the kind of thing that we're looking for is a theme that crosses many, many barriers: age barriers, gender barriers, national, religion, things like that we've had recently, like sex. We've had death. Last week we had jealousy. We've had trust. So we want some really broad life concepts. Coming of
Fortune.
Data processing.
We have coming of age. We have. So this is Flash Family's exploration of coming of age. Thank you.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I've got it. I've got it. Come on, it's 4 o'clock. Come on. I'll get you. It's heating up. Your formula's heating up. Daddy was having a very nice dream. Mommy wasn't in it. I was on this island. And all these island girls dressed in nothing. Daddy got to rub oil on them. Oh, there you go. Alright, I'm gonna get you formula. Alright. Call your mother next time. You know, this feels awkward. Someday you're gonna grow up. That didn't hurt. You got a little dribble there. Someday you're gonna grow up, and carry on the family name, and you're gonna work in my shop, making mountain bikes, and we'll do stuff together. Daddy doesn't have many friends. Daddy doesn't have any. Busy man. Daddy's a busy man. And he's busy. He's busy and sleepy. And then I'll watch you go through school and watch you get a job and move out. Leave me alone. Never call me. Ask me for money. I'll still love you anyway. Yeah. You gonna burp? You gonna burp for me? Oh, Mommy doesn't clean up your room very well, does she? Where's a towel? Oh, look, the sun's gonna come up in a couple hours. That's a good one. Next time, remind me to wear a shirt.
Lock the door.
Right, honey, it's okay. He knows all about it.
Yeah, with you, but not with me.
All right, all right.
Look, I looked at them here.
Yeah, honey, these don't help. They've never helped me. I couldn't understand the pictures. And
I mean, I don't even stand or sit that way.
no. Nobody does, dear. I'm just going to toss these up. I think, honey, what you just have to do is just get in there, take a little time, you know, find what's comfortable for you, and just try it. I mean, that's what I did.
I practiced with the, you know, with the one hand.
Yeah.
I think you need to use two hands, and they're not telling you that. There should be beginner's instructions.
Well,
the two-handed instructions.
I know, honey. I mean, I felt I could have used 3 hands. But I think you'll be able to do it. And it's just a matter of time. If it doesn't work right away, that's fine.
I hated the pads.
Well, no, that's why we're trying this. What do you think?
I could practice some more. How long can I have in the bathroom?
As long as you want, honey. How about if Dad and we'll go out, we'll get some lunch, we'll come back in a little while, we'll bring you a sandwich, and we'll see how you did.
Sandwich? I think I could eat that.
Sweetheart.
Honey?
What?
How's,
We're doing fine.
Oh,
and you and I are going out to lunch in about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
If I
gotta
could-
use the bathroom.
John, shut up.
Hey, do you remember those pocket rockets?
Shut up. At the edge of the lot, next to Henry's home, was a small, scrawny tree. And daily he would walk his dog around on the lot, unconscious of anything that was there. He never took much notice of the flowers or the bushes, and only the tree when his dog brought him to it. But the tree was aware of every visit.
Come on, Cindy. Come on, I know just a place right over here. Excuse me. Do you own this vacant lot or something? Just a second.
Well, yes, I do, actually.
Well, this is a thing that we talked about, Cindy and my girlfriend and me and I. We talked about this. Okay.
In good weather and bad, the tree was there and suffered the brunt of everybody's lack of concern.
Come on! That proves they love you, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
They never cried or called out. Never really did anything.
So, like, I'll love you forever.
Yeah.
You'll love me.
Just like this tree is going to be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it stood at the edge of the lot and slowly grew.
All right.
And as the months passed and turned into years, it became a bigger tree.
Come here, Doris. Prom starts in a few minutes, but there's something I want to do. First here.
Hey, what are you doing to that tree?
Oh man, you've been bugging me every time I come to this damn thing. Oh no.
And although the people came and went,
They're gonna cut the damn thing down. There goes my love life.
and world history happened around them, the tree stood its ground and remembered all that had happened.
I know this great tree down this way.
Let's just take it off.
Well, okay.
Easy.
Okay. Oh, it looks better already.
Alright. Yeah, looks like this one's coming down.
No one but the tree realized all that it had bared witness to. Until one day, a gentle soul strolled into the lot. And she didn't bring a dog, or a knife, or a scarf of any color.
Wait, turn that off!
But she did bring her concern.
You can't cut this down.
Sure I can. It's got a red bandana on it.
Well, now it doesn't.
And I have to cut you down.
And she risked her limbs for those of the tree.
Look, lady, they're putting in condos here. The bulldozers are gonna be hitting them out.
This can be in front of a condo.
No, I can't.
Yo! Woodsman, spare that tree and that chick. I'll cut you. No condos going up here.
There's no freaking spotted house here, all right, pal? Look, it's under the affordable housing plan. You guys probably voted for it last year.
Yeah, rumble time.
And although life continued in an awfully melodramatic fashion, there were a few who
Hey,
learned.
it's just a tree, okay, okay.
Excuse me. This was a mistake. It's not this lot. You're supposed to be down on Pine Street. That's the one that's going up the condos. This is going to be turned into a neighborhood garden. Isn't that correct? A park. A park, yeah. So is this one down here? You're okay. You can live for a lot of years.
And although they couldn't tell, the tree smiled.
What's an occupation you associate with coming of age?
McDonald's.
McDonald's, like working at McDonald's. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, right.
Wait, put the plug back in. And your paper hat's looking mighty good.
Thank you very much.
most profound person that we know to answer your concerns about your passages in life. Master? And his first disciple will be coming to handle questions and interpret for the guru.
I'm sorry, I have to wash my hands first. All, please, prostrate yourself in front of the great Swami. Close enough. The Swami is going into his high alpha state. I'm reading it, and he is soon to take questions from you about the meaning of life, coming of age, anything you could possibly want. So what is in your heart? Please, let it reach the stage.
How do you come to middle age?
How do you conquer middle age? I think is what she said. Okay? So how, Swami, do you conquer middle age?
By journeying on.
Okay. The Swami's succinct tonight, boy. Okay. Another question.
What do you do at temples?
What does he do, or what does one do? Okay, what does one or you do with pimples, Swami?
Like all of life, we must treat them as what they are. Occurrences that simply come and go, much as a wave upon the shore. They cannot be stopped. You simply wait for your toes to dry.
I see where I have gone wrong. Okay, another seeker of wisdom from the back. Hi.
What do you do with raging hormones?
Okay. Well, you talk to the person with the pimples. Swami, what do you do with raging hormones? This man needs to know before the end of tonight.
Accept all that you are.
And you can read his book for the rest of the answer. Okay, now perhaps over here. Perhaps not.
Okay.
Perhaps. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've made a lot of mistakes in this life.
We've heard many of them.
That's it, I'm out of here. No, all right. I've made a lot of mistakes in this life, and Swami, I would like to know how I could avoid making them in the next life.
Enough said.
One cannot avoid that which is an inevitable. Journey forth not on a path that you perceive before each step, but take each step to that which you perceive.
It will become clearer as you get some food in your stomach. Okay, another perhaps searching, ponderous question.
How do you get out of working?
How do you get out of working, Swami?
Life is yet a cycle. To get out of work is to work at getting out of work. And have you really accomplished a goal? Work not to avoid work, but relax to relaxing work.
So lighten up. Thank you, Swami, very much. We take donations outside. Please leave everything you can. We need to, we don't have an expense account, so the Swami's going to take a nap now. You can see he's very tired. And come back next week.
What I need from you now are some emotions. So if you just call them up, I'll write them down and tell you which ones I heard.
Disgust.
Disgust,
Fear.
lust, rage,
Jealousy. Envy.
fear,
Anguish.
Longing.
longing, Disappointment. Anguish. Disappointment. Nostalgia. Grief. Nostalgia. And grief. I think that's enough. And the next thing I need from you is a stressful situation. In a relationship, say. What's a stressful situation?
Getting fired.
Getting fired. Thank you.
I think it's completely unfair. They should not have let me go. I feel like it's ageism. I mean, a woman is just in her prime in her early 50s.
Yes, honey, I know that, but I didn't fire you. I had no problem with your work record, honey. I just want to have breakfast.
I want some sympathy and understanding.
And I want some AIDS, okay? So
Anguish.
Why don't people understand me? It's just not fair. I have years of good work left in me. Please give me some sympathy.
How about some tan?
Disgust.
Oh, yeah. This stuff tastes like chemicals. I need real orange juice.
That was to the moon.
Nostalgia.
Just like you used to fix for me back when we first got married. Well, that's when you were understanding. When I first got the job, and everybody really respected me. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm still the same person I used to be.
Longing.
It was wonderful. My hormones were stable. It was an easy time.
Envy.
And now they just want these younger women. Why? Answer me why. Where's my juice? You have juice, I don't. Why don't I have juice?
Grief.
You don't have juice because you haven't stopped long enough to take it. Here, juice.
You don't love me anymore, do you?
Well,
I'm getting older. I'm not quite the same young thing I used to be. And
Disappointment.
age is the pits, you know.
Honey, I'm almost the same age as you are. You don't see me running around cursing the world and licking wallpaper.
I wish you would. I wouldn't feel so alone.
Rage.
I'm getting hot all the time. I can't stand how hot I get. Do you know at that office they keep the windows closed and they won't turn the air conditioning on now? Is that consideration for someone who's been there for 35 years?
Lust.
Your skin looks so nice this morning.
Fear.
Doing it again. I can't believe it. I can't believe the way I'm acting. I'm going crazy, hon. I'm absolute. What day is it? Am I supposed to be at work today? You're here. Is this Saturday? Is this my
Longing.
I would love some time off. I'd love just to sit still long enough for everything just to kind of settle down and be normal.
Grief.
Honey, I just got it back from the dry cleaner.
Is it going to be normal again?
Jealousy.
God knows.
Why aren't you going through this?
I am, honey. It's not firsthand.
Disgust.
You have no understanding. You have no sympathy. You fix me foods that turn my stomach. I need you beside me now.
Nostalgia.
Make time go back.
Parents of adolescents who are about to no longer be adolescents, but soon to be young adults, and oh my God, where are my Valium society? Now, you all signed up for the lecture series, and tonight is the final night, and we have a marvelous slideshow for you. It's about coming-of-age rituals through the ages. Now, I hope this will give you some good ideas on how to deal with your own pre, mid, and perhaps recently post-pubescent children. I think we have a lot to learn from our forebears, and from all corners of the globe. So, let's get started, shall we? Roscoe, I said let's get started, shall we? Thank you. Roscoe has a 14-year-old. Didn't get much sleep this week. Now this was the coming-of-age ritual, which was first employed by Australopithecus. It was first thought until the Olduvai Gorge diggings by Richard and John Leakey that Australopithecus did not have a very sophisticated social life, but as you can see, this is not the case. The Australopithecus adolescent there who has been tied to the boulder with strips of animal intestine and left in the sun for 14 days. And his mother is reaching into the wound made in his side by a vulture, and she is plucking out his heart. Now it was thought that this would take away the boy's emotions and prepare him for the life of a hunter. Unfortunately, it didn't prepare him for much of anything after that. Next slide, please. Well, this is an ancient druidic ritual from the Celtic mythology. You will see at the foot of the rowan tree here, the rowan tree was very important to the druids in their rituals, and as we all know, those druids were a rather bloodthirsty lot. You see the druid priest here with a Bronze Age knife in either hand, and he is about to perform a circumcision on the young boy, who you see bound hand and foot with only a tiny part of his body exposed. I don't have to go into detail about that. And there you see the boy's father crouched on the other side of the rowan tree. The boy is not allowed to cry out, or his throat will be slit. The boy's father, however, is allowed to cry out in pain for the boy, because the boy's father went through this not very long ago himself. And again, they did not have much of a problem with population explosion in those days. Next slide, please. I'm afraid you've got this one in the wrong way round. Well, now this was filmed just outside of ancient Carthage. Actually, it's just a depiction, of course. But the Carthaginian father here in front is telling his daughter over here that she is about to experience the menses. She must leave home barefoot with no money, no food, and no clothes, and walk down a path lined with briars and salt into a den of wolves after having her body smeared with the fat from a large roast ox. If the girl survived this ordeal, she was allowed to come back to their home after a year, and then she was promptly married off. Next slide. This is more close to our time. This is something that the highly religious sects practiced in New England. This is circa, I believe this is circa 1648. This was predated the Salem witchcraft trials by a few years, and you'll see here that the young girl has been pilloried. She is in fact in the stocks at this very moment, and because her father is held to be responsible for her actually reaching adolescence, he has also been chained at her feet so as to receive most of the rotten fruit and vegetable that has been thrown at her for having the temerity to act woman. The religious climate, of course, as you can tell in the colonies back then, was rather strict. No one was allowed to have any fun, and in fact no one was allowed to have sex. I'm not quite sure how they explain the increasing birth rate after a long cold winter, but then, you know, sometimes when people are very religious, they can be very glib when making excuses for things. Could we have another slide, please? This is the 20th century coming-of-age ritual, you'll notice there are no family members present. This is the living room of the home. You can see the television set has been left on. However, I believe the daughter is at the mall with her friends. They are hanging out. They are talking about boys. Some of them, in fact, have been with boys. Some of them, in fact, have done rather naughty things with boys. The young men are all out talking about the naughty things they supposedly have done with girls. However, a very small percentage of them today still continue to have only experienced the joys of connubial bliss with a member of the opposite sex, and most of them, of course, are lying about it. The coming-of-age ritual today is very simple. No one gives a damn, and no one cares what happens, so everyone is pretty much left to their own devices. Now, if you have gone on to any benefit from the previous slides, perhaps you could do something in your own home to change this sad state of affairs. Also, if you would like to purchase one of our instructs you in the making of thong from animal intestine, how to cast and forge your own Bronze Age knife, and where the nearest stand of rowan wood can be found. So until next week, when we will deal with the problems a T-zone complexion can cause on prom night, we will bid you adieu, and please feel free to help yourselves to the cake and tea out front. Thank you very much.
Have a seat, and I'm going to make us a couple of drinks. You sure look very nice tonight.
Thanks, Jake. That was a great movie.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I really liked it.
You know, Carol, I've got to tell you, I haven't really been dating recently.
Oh.
And you were the nicest person in the office. You actually talked to me. And well, maybe this isn't appropriate to tell you, but I really haven't dated that much at all. I was always kind of a nerd. So you're coming to my place here is kind of a first for me. I'm a little nervous.
I'm honored, Jake. I actually always thought you were kind of cute, you know, and wondered why you never talked to anybody or...
Wow, pressure. So can I get you a Coke?
Yeah, Coke would be great.
What is all this stuff falling out of my pants here? I didn't mean that. It was lit.
Oh, that's okay.
Little Jake got out again. Listen, Jake, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to put you back in your crib. Nobody's claimed you yet. But don't worry. By the time you're out of diapers, I'm sure somebody will want you. Yeah, just stay here, Jake. All right? Don't stick your fingers in anything.
Oh, Jake, why are you over here in the corner? Won't you come over here and play with the other kids? Put your pockets back in. Jake, you can't stay in the corner. You've got to talk to some of the other kids.
You don't like me.
Well,
They will not.
but they will. You just...
Hey, kid! You know, the state's paying me $48 a week to keep you here, but that don't mean I have to like it. So, you and your snot-nosed little friends will just have to find someplace else to play. Look, you know, you got a package of hot dogs in the fridge and stay out of my beer. That's all I can tell you.
Yes, foster father.
Hey, it's tough love.
Jake, me and Morris were going down to the movies, and we invited a couple girls, and we just wanted to know that there weren't enough to go around. So we drew straws, and you lost. So can you drive us there?
All right, I guess I can.
Oh, thanks. You're a guy.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
Well, Jake, as your first day on the job here, we've got you right up here on the counter to greet the people as they come in. Now, all you need to do is just to be charming.
I'm not good with people. I said that I would rather work in the back.
Work in the back. Well, how are you at lifting heavy boxes?
No.
No heavy boxes?
No, I'm good with math, though.
Jake, you sure you want to join? This is why, I mean, it doesn't make sense to come. We don't have a chess club, and we're not going to start one for one person. That doesn't even make sense here, okay? There are other events, though. There's a volleyball class. And
no, I can't do that. I've got a bad hip.
Well, it just, I mean, we're not going to, I mean, what fun would a chess club be?
But why are you supposed to take everybody? Why me? Why isn't me? Why me?
So this must have been really hard for you to ask me out. You okay, Jay?
No, I don't have a pen in this new shirt.
Well, here's to I don't know. What'll we drink to, Jay?
Consciousness.
Oh.
That I remain conscious.
I certainly hope so. To you remaining conscious and taking a deep breath and relaxing.
Would you like me to go?
No.
I sense that you want me to go.
This is your apartment.
That's all right. I got lots of food in the fridge.
Jake, I'm telling you, it's okay.
No, it was a bad idea. I got a cat. He's got to leave in a couple hours. You let him out.
Hollywood is in love with coming-of-age movies. I know we've seen at least 700 of them. Most countries in the world produce coming-of-age movies. What's a country that might have a coming-of-age?
India.
Samoa. Sweden, I heard from the twins over here. I heard it, two voices at once saying Sweden. Okay, Sweden. The Swedish coming-of-age picture, I would need first of all a location for this picture.
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us in Sweden. Okay. And what the hell? A title. In English, of course.
Fjords of Norway.
Fjords of Norway in Sweden is Toys R Us. That's why it's a coming-of-age movie. And this, of course, will be in the original, as we say in France, VO. And so it will be in Swedish, so pay close attention.
Mr. Fruna.
Gärna sitter hit och försvinner. Därför inte så gärna rösken där.
Rösken är för min.
Det är med för en june. Jag tiden på den pajl. Snurke. Snurke.
Lars, give you the history opportunity.
Ist det nakafunnen?
Snurke för det över här. Här är det.
Lars, the husky in Ferdinand, or husky for the Ferdinand, and the husky in Ferdinand.
Ja.
Mr. Fruna.
The Ferne de Fjords.
Tag.
Tag.
För Jake Nick.
Nej.
Jag spär Lars, give husky in Ferdinand.
För Jake Nick.
Det är filmen.
Karen Duffin.
Your Lars, give this school in bit up in here.
Funk the birds again.
Lars, get up at the height in the root of fisk.
Fair to like I'm down at Oslo. Sonja Henny.
Norway.
Lars, give her to me the Sonja Henning get it for you. Lusky. Lars, it's lusky.
In het staat is de Ferne.
Lars, just give her the lusky. This is the school. This school. Lars, the bully with the perfect.
Okay.
Lars, it's great about in the proofing. Really proofing? Look in the proofing. Look in the proofing.
Inga, Berke, Lars.
Fretnya. Yeah, dark.
Fretnya?
Fretnya.
Fretnya.
Yeah.
Fretnya. Das
Yeah, Fretnya.
Norwegian?
Yeah. It's Noi. It's Noi here.
Norwegian.
Yeah.
Fretnya. Fretnya fjord?
Volvo.
Fretnya fjord?
Yeah,
Ah!
the girl been
Eine
pregnant for.
Gitarrenplayer?
Yeah, I'm blinking, yeah.
Eine blinkende Rockstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blinking there,
Jag skjuter för den här hörselgrippa.
Kalskebole?
Ingrid.
Dos Ingrid ute förlen i metofloten. Fritt.
Kort eller förna nämmer.
Ja, en Ingrid, ik heb de flingernummer.
Tack,
Niet je fleur, dat is
Ja.
Eerste vrienden, ik wil dit vrienden. Inga!
Inga gezever runte. Skibberle hoete voor de, is je voor de runte. Wat is de runte? Zo Inga, vind je niet meer een keer punten door de vloer de punten?
Ja.
Ja.
Nee.
And that, of course, brings to an end Flash Family's look at coming of age. Which brings us, of course, to the ethnic portion of our show, the blues section. The blues is usually about some terrible trauma, either bad women and good whiskey, or good women and bad whiskey, or debts, or something terrible. What is something that you would never sing the blues about?
Dirty dishes.
Dirty dishes. Thank you very much.
it's different. And if you don't believe that, you have one more chance to check it out. We'll be here one more Saturday this year, and that's next Saturday. We want to thank some people who helped out and didn't get to stand up on stage and have lights on them, like our house manager, Ed Buckley. And the man who records our every move, thank you, Ron Kelly. A script, you gotta know that that light guy didn't have a script either. He was improvising right along with us. Butch Wallace! And a one-man orchestra improvising too, Joe Paulino! And most of the people on this stage have been through workshops, so if you'd like to try a special workshop to see how this works, because there are skills you learn to do this, sign up. We've got one starting this next weekend on our mailing list. Tonight has been very special. We've had a special guest, one of our History Flash family members. Thank you, John Remak!
And regular Flash family members, Doug Kassel.